Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a Detroit rapper who's steadily on his grind, and his name is Lil Mello. Now, Lil Mello, it seems like he got caught up, man. And when I say caught up, I mean arrested. And it doesn't look good because it seems like for this young rap star, this is going to cause a halt to his rapping career, man, at least for the time being. Now, the circumstances in which Lil Mello got arrested are kind of murky, man, to be honest with you, man. It involves social media, of course, and it involves a weapon. But, man, it seems like, I don't know, why was he on people's radar? Is it the fact that he's a rap star? Or is it the fact that, you know, he's had a history before? Or the people he affiliates with? Because if you look at Lil Mello's profile and you see his associations according to the Detroit News, the story that we're going to reference, you'll see that, man, maybe the long arm of the law wasn't far from waiting on him. You know what I mean? Now, before we get to the specifics, man, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about Detroit rapper Lil Mello, man. Now, Lil Mello jumped on the scene and was doing good, man. He actually got a couple of joints under his belt, man, that are noticeable. You know, he's looking like he's going to break out of Detroit rap scene, man. Now, one of his biggest hits, man, is a song called Feel Like Bart. And I was impressed by this song because, you know, when it comes to the Detroit scene, it seems like they've got their own type of slang. They got their own, their accent is interesting. It's a blend of a lot of things, you know what I mean? Or maybe a lot of things have taken from Detroit. You know, I don't want to not give them their credit. But it looks like regardless of making new music and making regional hits, man, it looks like Lil Mello done caught a case. So let's get to the story, man. So I'm going to be using this story from the Detroit News. And basically the headline says this. It says, Detroit rapper Lil Mello arrested after feds find gun painted like an American flag. Now, this is wild because a part of me is thinking, where in the world did he get that gun? You know what I'm saying? If it's allegedly, man, you know, they have a picture here of the weapon, but man, I don't know, man. This sounds like a wild story. So let's get into the rest of it. Now it says Detroit. Federal prosecutors Thursday charged Detroit rapper Lil Mello with a gun crime after investigators said they found a pistol painted like an American flag that he is accused of brandishing in a rap video and on social media. Stop right there. See, man, social media, man, I don't know, man. For street dudes, that's like kryptonite, man. Or if you're an alleged street dude, I should say, man, that's like kryptonite, man. You should be running from social media. Like, you know, it's just a bad look, man. I have never seen social media work for any rapper who's claims to be a street dude, you know, in the long run, man. Unless they change their whole image up, they go way more commercial. They don't have any firearms on there. They try not to look street. You know, you don't have the whole group of dudes pointing guns. You don't have the whole, you know, group of people posting money and stuff, man. Once you go away from that, it seems like once you clear up that social media image, you know, you lessen your chances of getting caught up in some stuff. Now, the story continues by saying this. The 19-year-old rapper, real name Romello Johnson, was arrested and held Thursday without bond, pending an August 23rd hearing in federal court. His arrest was on a felony charge of being a substance user in possession of a firearm, follows a short investigation involving YouTube rap videos and Instagram account and incriminating photographs of the up-and-coming rapper. So basically, man, they got his YouTube videos they throwing in this. They got his Instagram account and photos from his Instagram account that they're throwing in this as well. And a charge is being, I'm guessing this makes it a greater charge that he had he's a substance user in possession of a firearm. So I don't know how that works, but some of these things are regional or local to that place. Now, it said that he got arrested by federal agents. So he's looking at Fed time if he's found guilty of this stuff. And that makes you wonder, why were the feds on his heels? Ain't he only 19-year-old rapper? But we'll get to that in a second, man. Now, the story continues by saying the case is the latest in an ongoing crackdown by federal agents involving rappers, guns, and drugs in one of the nation's most dangerous big cities. The charges against Johnson come more than 3 years after federal prosecutors secured the convictions of rappers and members of the 7 Mile Bloods street gang in Detroit. A prosecution chronicled in the Detroit News true crime series, Death by Instagram. They had a whole series, and I've actually mentioned that series before in other reports about Detroit rappers, They had a whole series called Death by Instagram that detailed the elaborate schemes of this 7 Mile Blood street gang and how they ended up getting caught up through social media, man. So I'm gonna link that in the description box so you guys can read that story if you want to. It's a good read, right? Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, his court-appointed lawyer could not be reached for comment immediately Thursday. The investigation emerged Tuesday when Detroit Police Department investigators raided a home in the 19500 block of Fairpoint Street on the city's east side. Across the street, an officer spotted Johnson in the back seat of a silver 2007 Mercury Mariner, according to the court records. After Johnson exited the car, an officer looked in the car and spotted a magazine and grip of a firearm sticking out of a brown paper bag. According to the affidavit, Brett Brandon, a special agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. So that special agent basically said he seen a magazine sticking out of a brown paper bag, while Johnson was in the whip. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says officers were familiar with Johnson from previous contacts and knew he was 19 and ineligible to obtain a concealed pistol license, according to a court filing. He was arrested and investigators recovered a Glock pistol from the car, painted with a distinctive American flag design. Another flourish linked Johnson with the firearm. So another flourish linked him with the firearm. So I'm guessing they're using different resources besides, just this eyesight or seeing the weapon to link him to the firearm. But it looks like they were already on his tail and they already had a picture of who he was and what laws or what he could and couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Now, it continues by saying Johnson has a distinctive tattoo under his left eye. On Wednesday, investigators started watching YouTube rap videos starring Johnson, whose tattoo is visible, along with what appeared to be a Glock pistol tucked in his waistband. So they're saying that he had a Glock pistol similar to that tucked in his waistband on one of his YouTube videos. So they basically looking at his YouTube videos to get clues to see if they can prosecute him for the crime. Man, rappers, take note. Okay, so then it says this. It says, in one video titled Lil Mello, Back to Pressin', this was almost 83,000 views. Johnson is seen rapping in various locations, including Fairpoint Street. ATF agents interviewed Johnson on Wednesday. He admitted smoking, the green stuff, every day since he was 14, and that he brandished the Glock pistol in his music video in Detroit, according to the court filing. So, I don't know, is he confessing to this? Because they're saying he admitted to brandishing the weapon in his music video, and he admitted to, being using a substance or whatever. So I'm not sure how that works out. Now, it quotes somebody here. It says, Johnson stated he has free and ready access to the subject firearm anytime he wants to possess it, the ATF agent wrote. Johnson denied owning the firearm. Johnson is separately facing charges in Las Vegas stemming from the armed robbery of a substance dealer. Johnson is accused of stealing a firearm from the reported victim. So, man, he already has a case over his head in Las Vegas where he's being accused of robbing a drug dealer for some type of substance or for something. You know what I mean? We'll leave it at that. Now, the report concludes by saying this. It says the reported victim led investigators to Johnson's Instagram account, Lil Mello 700, which has more than 27,000 followers. The account features photos and videos depicting stacks of cash and at least one firearm. Come on. So the dude that he robbed told the authorities his Instagram and told them that's where they could find him or whatever. So, I mean, whoever he robbed, obviously, they playing by their own set of rules. Now, the investigators also searched Johnson's phone and found several photos of the rapper with a distinctive Glock and 2 videos of him holding a baby with a gun tucked in his waistband, according to the court filing. So they're saying he was holding his kid and he had a Glock tucked on him, man. Now, what do you guys think about this situation with Lil Mello? Do you think that Lil Mello basically got himself caught up in this situation by posting all that stuff on social media and not, trying to conceal even a little bit of what he's doing if it's breaking the law, allegedly? Or do you feel like, man, they already had their sights on him because of the case that he caught in Las Vegas, and this was just an alley-oop for them at the end of the day? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.